Today, you will learn why. For a while, scientists thought the Earth might be hollow. How has this idea changed over the centuries? Why do some people still believe it today? And what are their arguments? Could the Earth be hollow under at least some conditions? And how do proponents of a flat Earth argue with proponents of a hollow Earth? People have pondered the internal structure of the Earth for thousands of years. While the ancient Greeks determined the spherical shape of the Earth through indirect methods, understanding the underworld has been more complex. Even with modern technology, our knowledge of the Earth's interior remains largely indirect. In ancient times, when there was no seismology and measurements as there are today, people speculated about the existence of the underworld, often linked to notions of hell or the afterlife. In 1692, scientist Edmond Halley proposed the idea that the Earth might be hollow. He used this concept to explain two phenomena: the density relationship between the Earth and the Moon, and the behavior of the Earth's magnetic field and its poles. Halley relied on early calculations by Isaac Newton, who incorrectly assumed that the Earth had a lower density than the Moon. Newton's original estimate was wrong by a factor of about 3, and the actual mass ratio of the Earth to the Moon is 1:81. Halley's theory, based on these erroneous estimates, assumed that the Earth's lower density could be due to the presence of a large cavity within it. However, this assumption has no basis in fact. Halley's theory on the Earth's interior went beyond density. He also tried to explain the behavior of magnetic poles. He suggested the existence of 4 magnetic poles, 2 in the north and 2 in the south, long before presenting his hollow Earth model in 1692. Although he couldn't fully explain the reason for these multiple poles, he believed something deep within the Earth influenced them. He proposed a model with concentric spheres, consisting of an outer shell 800 kilometers thick, followed by 3 smaller spheres inside. These inner spheres rotated independently at different speeds, potentially accounting for the generation of the magnetic field and the behavior of the magnetic poles. Halley compared this structure to the rings of Saturn. He speculated that there might be a void between these spheres, possibly filled with atmosphere and capable of sustaining life. However, this model didn't resolve the pole behavior issue, and we now know it's incorrect. Yet, it foreshadowed the Earth's layered structure with differential rotation in its core, influencing the magnetic field. Leonhard Euler, another famous mathematician, is also associated with hollow Earth theories. Some conspiracy theorists cite Euler's model of a single shell with a void inside and a small star at the center, around 1,000 kilometers across. However, it's crucial to note that even renowned scientists can make errors, and these ideas aren't scientifically accepted. These claims can be found not only on questionable websites, but also in otherwise reputable articles about the hollow Earth. Some sources erroneously suggest that Euler proposed a model with the sun at the center, but this isn't true. Euler never endorsed the idea of a hollow Earth. The person who actively advocated for a hollow Earth was John Cleve Symmes, an 18th and 19th century American Army captain. Symmes built upon Halley's model, proposing concentric spheres and voids within the Earth, possibly containing life. What set Symmes apart was his belief in giant openings, 2,300 kilometers across, at both poles, providing access to the inner Earth. Symmes publicly declared, "The Earth is hollow and inhabited within," and he offered to explore it to prove his theory. He dedicated his life to this idea, giving lectures and even attempting to secure government funding for an expedition to the North Pole to find the entrance to the inner world. However, Congress did not support his initiative. Remarkably, some people still believe in a hollow Earth today. The notion of an unexplored world hidden within our planet is enticing, and it has inspired science fiction, works like Jules Verne's Journey to the Center of the Earth. However, for some individuals, this concept goes beyond fiction and holds a genuine appeal. Rodney Clough, the author of the book The World's Top Secret, "The Earth is Hollow," represents a belief in a hollow Earth, similar to Symmes' version. According to Clough, the Earth has a full interior, holes at the poles, and a central sun. He asserts that inside this hollow Earth, various civilizations, including Vikings and Germans who escaped after World War, may reside, and possibly even aliens. Clough and his followers believe that UFO sightings are actually flying saucers traveling through these polar openings. Clough became interested in this idea as a teenager and conducted research to find scientific, historical, and spiritual evidence supporting the hollow Earth concept, which convinced him. He even moved to Alaska in 1981, hoping to be closer to the supposed polar hole. But why do Clough and his followers believe this, especially in the age of space exploration when the Earth has been photographed from space? They argue that there is a conspiracy to hide the truth about the hollow Earth and prevent contact with its subterranean inhabitants. They claim that flight and ship routes are intentionally designed to avoid these openings. They also suggest that images from space are manipulated to conceal the holes. Despite evidence to the contrary, Clough contends that some people have entered these holes and offers accounts from individuals like Carl Ungern, a crew member of a German submarine that allegedly entered the Earth's interior in 1943 through an underwater passage. Clough also mentions claims from Admiral Richard Byrd's supposed secret diary, which describe an encounter with a lush, mammoth-filled land at the North Pole in 1947, even though Byrd was actually in Antarctica at the time. While the hollow Earth belief is not as widespread as the flat Earth theory, it has a smaller following. Interestingly, Clough, a proponent of the hollow Earth theory, criticizes flat earthers, asserting that the Earth is a ball but hollow inside, and that flat earthers lack convincing arguments. Indeed, proponents of the flat Earth theory often ridicule those who believe in a hollow Earth, considering them to be mistaken as well. The most straightforward argument against the concept of a hollow Earth is based on density. The Earth's average density is approximately 5.5 grams per cubic centimeter, while the density of the Earth's crust is around 2.6 grams per cubic centimeter. If there were a void beneath the crust, the overall density of the Earth would be lower than that of the crust, which is not the case. Modern methods, including gravity measurements from satellites and seismological studies, provide precise information about the Earth's internal structure, and none of these studies indicate the presence of large cavities. Furthermore, the laws of gravity and physics make it impossible for a massive body like Earth to exist with a significant cavity inside. Gravity would naturally cause such a structure to collapse into a more spherical shape. The idea of a small sun at the Earth's center is also implausible from a scientific standpoint. Cyrus Teed's concept of a cellular cosmology, where we live on the inside of a sphere, is considered even more far-fetched. It involves the idea that our observations of the universe are illusory, created by a mysterious solar mechanism. This theory, while intriguing to some in the past, lacks empirical evidence and goes against established scientific understanding. In general, it is still somehow possible to understand how such ideas arose hundreds of years ago. But now it's harder to do that. There is no way to do without conspiracies, because all the data speak against the idea. And to believe it, you have to reject a lot of things. That's it for today. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye.